Welcome back. Today we are listening to Phil Collins. Fear not, I have heard him before. The rock under which I live is not that big, but I haven't seen this performance. So the song is Against All Odds, and this is from Live Aid 1985. Here we go.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Wembley. Good afternoon, Philadelphia, and the world. See if I can get through this. This is called Against All Odds. How can I just let you walk away? Just let you leave without a trace. When I stand here taking every breath with you. Ooh, you're the only one who really knew me at all. How can you just walk away from me when all I can do is watch you leave? 'Cause we shared the laughter and the pain, and even shared the tears. You're the only one who really knew me at all.
Okay, we'll pause. Let's go back. As much as I love Phil Collins and his music and his voice, I don't give him enough credit on a regular basis for his vocals. I think oftentimes, he's just such an incredible songwriter, and obviously he plays so many instruments, so I don't feel that talent overshadows his vocals, but I think it's all sort of lumped together, and yeah, I just don't take enough time, or I don't take the moments necessary to extract that incredible vocal ability from the big blanket of everything he can do. We're gonna go back. We're gonna talk about some singing. Also, and we'll get to this, I really appreciate, not that any performer ever wants to mess something up live, but I do appreciate that, we can see his reaction and we can see how he moved through that in this performance. It's a good, for a lot of musicians, I think it's a good teaching moment. So back we go.
Good afternoon, Wembley. Good afternoon, Philadelphia, and the world. See if I can get through this. This is called Against All Odds.
Now, when he speaks, he does have a slightly higher, well, not even higher, how would I describe it? There's brightness in his sound, but there's still a lot of depth and richness as he's speaking. When he starts singing, you can hear him take advantage of some nasal resonance, which makes sense considering how high some of his songs are. It's good to have access to that and to have it at ready. I want to hear him speaking one more time, and then we'll get to his singing.
This is called Against All Odds. How can I just let you walk away? Just let you leave without a trace. When I stand here taking every breath with you. Ooh, you're the only one who really knew me at all.
Let me go back. One was a great example where you can sort of hear a little bit more of that nasal resonance start to creep in. It's already very present in this opening, but let me play that one word again.
With you.
it just went straight up, and still a beautiful sound. It still matches everything that came before it, but it's nice to hear him start to access that.
Who really knew me at all?
Now,
How can
I obviously don't know Phil Collins. I imagine him to be a really cool guy. But just that sort of like, he didn't pretend it didn't happen, okay? He acknowledged it, and he was bummed about it. And so he acknowledged that as well. But he kept going, and there are certainly moments in live performance where you do have to start over. But this is not one of those moments. And so just seeing him sort of, man, why did I do that? And smile and keep going. I think it's just such a beautiful moment for so many musicians to witness.
you just walk away from me when all I can do is watch you leave?
That transition right there from when he's starting in a little bit more mid-range, and so it's a little easier to not even hyperextend, but not have to open your mouth super wide. We get more open pharyngeal space and a little less of that nasal resonance. And then as he starts ascending, he puts it a little bit more forward. It's just a great way to transition through registers and take a little pressure off the larynx.
How can you just walk away from me when all I can do is watch you leave? 'Cause we shared the laughter and the pain, and even shared the tears. You're the only one who really knew me at all. So take a look at me now. Well, there's just an empty space, and there's nothing left here to remind me. Just the memory of your face. Take a look at me now. Well, there's just an empty space, and you coming back to me is against the odds, and that's what I've got to face. Oh,
I guess I haven't listened to the original in a while. I don't know if he did that rearticulation on ow at the in the original recording. So I thought it was cool here. We get to hear a little bit of agility. Something that is just now dawning on me. Talk about being a great songwriter. He's got such a smooth, silky voice, but those top notes are coming out with so much power. And part of that is the word choice. And so having that B sound at the beginning of the word back, so brilliant. And it's helping him get this incredible tone. I think if you didn't know his voice and his abilities, you would sort of wonder what sound would come out on that top note, or if it would just be really smooth and elegant. But no, he's really got a lot of power behind that, and part of that is the word. Let me go back. Back. Okay.
just the memory of your face. Take a look at me now. Well, there's just an empty space, and you coming back to me is against the odds, and that's what I've got to face. Oh, I wish I could just make you turn around and see me cry. There's so much I need to say to you, so many reasons why. You're the only one who really knew me at all. So take a look at me now. Well, there's just an empty space, and there's nothing left here to remind me. Just the memory of your face. So take a look at me now. 'Cause there's just an empty space. But to wait for you is all I can do.
I feel like, oh, I don't think I'd be able to find the exact moments. If you go back and listen to those words on that highest note, he sang left, I think he said wait, back, he's got all these different sounds. You guys know I'm a huge advocate for vowel modification. But something that I also do with singers is play around with consonants. If we're working on an exercise or a warm-up that's supposed to help them achieve a certain sound or a certain tone, sometimes certain consonants will be more efficient and more effective than others. Now in this case, I don't know what his writing process was as far as where the lyrics lined up with the melody, but at least to my ears, there is just this very satisfying quality when he sings the word back, and the other notes are equally beautiful. They're just a little different. So that's my 2 cents.
'Cause I'll still be standing here, and you coming back to me is against the odds, and that's what I've got to face. Oh, take a look at me now.
This was such a lovely reminder of Phil Collins' vocal abilities. Like I mentioned, it's hard not to focus on everything else he does because it is so good. But I mean, let's be honest, if without the right singer, a lot of songs don't come to life. So it's such a magical thing that he has so much vocal ability in addition to his writing ability and, his proficiency at multiple instruments. We got to hear that silky smooth tone, we got some nasal resonance, we also got some incredibly powerful chest voice and like chest dominant mixed notes, and it was just the whole thing was beautiful. So thank you so much for watching with me, and hopefully I will see you next time.